Good afternoon. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to commence the inauguration ceremony of Dr. Maria Gallo, Delaware Valley University's 13th president. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, please turn off your cell phones. Please stand and remain standing throughout the procession and the national anthem. Thank you.
a seat.
All right.
Yeah, we're all here so far.
On behalf of everyone at Delaware Valley University, I bid you welcome on this historic occasion. And now, our national anthem. Thank you so much, Dr. Tavianini. Please be seated. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Ms. Betsy Gemmel, a member of our Board of Trustees who also served as chair of the Presidential Search Committee. Ms. Gemmel?
Good afternoon, and thank you for coming on such a bleak day, but in here you can really feel the spirit, so thank you. The inauguration of a university president offers an opportunity for reflection as we see ourselves heirs to a rich tradition of intellectual endeavor reaching back centuries to the great centers of learning in the old world. Today, we welcome the delegates from other colleges and universities. We offer a special welcome to Dr. Gallo's wife, Beth Curry, who is seated in the audience, and Dr. Gallo's mother, Carmela, and her brother, Nikki. And a warm welcome to all of Dr. Gallo's family and friends who are here with us today. We are also honored to host this distinguished platform party whose members have come together today to bring greetings from the groups they represent as Del Val moves forward under the leadership of a new president. I offer the warmest of welcomes to the Board of Trustees, our past presidents, and our emeriti trustees. I did have the privilege of chairing the search committee, which recommended to our board that we hire Maria. What I remember most about the process was the vibrant conversation which we had with Maria after the airport interview the weekend before Christmas. And she came from Hawaii to Philadelphia in, I think, terrible weather. Sometimes you know when the right person for a situation has walked through the door. And we knew. Maria's energy and enthusiasm and her spirit just captivated us. Her scholarly achievements and her vision as an educator inspired us. Her personal approach and character resonated with each of us in the context of the university's core values. We found the right person, and today we celebrate her and the university. I'd now like to introduce Rabbi Lance Sussman for the invocation. Thank you.
Thank you, and we may remain seated. In honor of 21st century installation of a president, I'll read my prayer from my cell phone. Source of life and hope, we are gathered today with gratefulness as we install Dr. Maria Gallo as the new president of Delaware Valley University. This is a moment of renewal for all of us. This is a moment of great personal satisfaction and achievement for Maria and Elizabeth. We join together with them as a community to renew our common purpose and affirm our shared heritage. May this moment continue in our memories as the moment in our time when life, science, and practical education combined again in us, the devoted and progressive descendants of our founder, Rabbi Joseph Krauskopf. May we continue to go from strength to strength. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Sussman. And now it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce someone who is well known to the Del Val community, former Dean of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences and the current Secretary of Agriculture for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, my former colleague and friend, Secretary Russell Redding.
Dr. Ben, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It is wonderful to be back and great to see you. I am honored to join you today in making history. Madam President, I like the sound of that. Trustees, faculty, and students, I bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of Governor Tom Wolf and the Secretary of Education, Pedro Rivera. Education is the foundation of a civil and functioning society. It is why the governor has made strengthening education in Pennsylvania at all levels, from early childhood to higher education, his highest priority. This investment in time and resources is the yeast that will raise the living standards of our citizens and the competitive position of our businesses, our state, and our nation. The countless conversations I had here with students and parents and faculty as your dean reinforce these beliefs. Forged out of a simple vision that education would provide mobility for new immigrants to America, speaks to the impact that one person can make in our society and the value of leadership. 121 years later, we are humbled by Dr. Krauskopf's vision and emphasis on science with practice. We are equally humbled today as Del Val forges a new critical piece of history with the inauguration of its 13th president and the first female president to lead this storied institution. I am struck by the parallels of time and history. As we look back for inspiration, we are mindful that what we enjoy today came through the perseverance of many years. I'm excited to watch how the Del Val students will design a new world and new ways of doing things because of what and how they learn here under the leadership of Dr. Gallo, who understands both the science and the civics. Congratulations, Dr. Gallo and our Del Val University. You are breaking ground to build a strong foundation, and the groundbreaking spade is in good hands. You have the letter from the governor printed in your program. I would just draw your attention to two words. First, the word of asset. This university is an amazing asset to Pennsylvania in this region. And secondly, on a personal level to Dr. Gallo, it speaks to her warm and really reassuring style of leadership in what she can do here, what she has done, and all of that gets carried forward for the benefit of both Pennsylvania and Delaware Valley University. Congratulations.
My name is Bob Duffett, and I am president of Eastern University. And Dr. Gallo, I'm honored to be here and to bring greetings to you today on behalf of our common task leadership in higher education in the academy. Now, I stand before you proud to share the stage with a fellow president whose calling is the academic enterprise, which, although criticized at times, is critical in today's society. Now, in some ways, the job of the president is like no other. I know other occupations say that, but we'll say that for this great day today. And I mean that, though, in a very positive way. We meet fascinating individuals. We meet them from diverse backgrounds. We promote ideas and great ideals, and our institutions affect the lives of countless students. So many come to college and experience a transformation. I was noticing the older alumni who came back, to be here to celebrate you. Obviously, they were touched by their time here at the university. They affect and we affect the lives of others. So many, they come to college, they refer to it as alma mater, our mother. So as I thought about today and your personal journey, I was captivated by your theme, Dream, Design, and Do. And I'm thinking about stealing that for a speech I'm going to be giving next week. No. But it is a great theme and a wonderful idea. And so let me pick up that first one. I firmly believe that colleges and universities remain special places in this country and around the globe because they precisely are places where dreams can be fostered and nurtured and are developed. What you do in college matters. And as presidents, we have the privilege to see up close and personal how students and families live their dreams. We are like the drum major or the conductor. We shake our arms, but the music comes from our faculty and from our staff and our coaches and from others who we get the privilege to work with. For some, this is the first time that anyone from their family has come to college. And in 6 weeks, you're going to have the privilege of seeing a number of those dreams fulfilled as you hand out diplomas to hundreds of students here at the university. You'll shake their hands, you'll grant them their diplomas, you will give them best wishes for the future. And for each diploma you pass out, there is a unique story. There is a unique hope, and there's a unique dream, and you and all your colleagues here have helped make that happen. A precious dream, a precious story. That moment is a great example of what it means to be a university president. And then, 3 months from today, 3 or 4 months from today, you will officially welcome in the class of 2021. And the dream begins again. As they pursue that dream, or that dream becomes enlarged because of their own education. So the dreaming never ends. There's new dreams, there's new students, and nor should that dream ever end. Congratulations to you, Dr. Gallo, and it's great to be part to celebrate with you and for this great university.
Aloha, faculty, distinguished guests, alumni, former and present members of the Board of Trustees, and friends of the university. As President Alumni Association and as a graduate, undergraduate member of the class of 2010, 2008 respectively, I am extremely privileged and immensely honored for the opportunity to deliver an address on this special occasion today. On behalf of Delaware Valley University and the Alumni Association, I want to commend President Maria Gallo, PhD, on your inauguration as the 13th president of this astounding institution. We appreciate the enthusiasm you have presented, the commitment you have displayed, and the Aggie spirit you have adorned. Dr. Gallo, we look forward to the passion, innovative, forward thinking of our current students and honored alumni. Christopher Reeve, the actor, received his stardom as the role of Superman, once explained. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable. And then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Since the birth of his existence in 1896, Delaware Valley University has established itself as a premier institution whose recipe includes the ingredients of science with hands-on practice, the dedicated staff and faculty to produce successful alumni. Our alumni are a robust network of confident thinkers ready to challenge the world stage and accept a leading role. Dr. Gallo, we humbly promise to support your vision and strategic plan of the institution. We await to contributing in countless ways to support the university. With our profound partnership, we will continue to involve alumni and celebrate our proud history while uniting to enrich the institution. Welcome to our Ohana, the Delaware Valley family, President Gallo.
Hello, my name is Ryan Owens, and I'm the president of the Student Government Board. In my role, I work very closely with Dr. Gallo, and I find myself very lucky to do that, to work with someone such as Dr. Gallo, who's so strong and who's so driven. She's a leader, a mentor, and a friend, all while never losing sight of what is important: respect to all people, value the world of ideas and differences, to pursue excellence, living each day with integrity, to teach, learn, and serve with passion and commitment, and to act as one learning community. As a leader for both faculty and staff, she provides ambition and enthusiasm in every word that she speaks. As a mentor, she inspires me. She inspires me to never stop achieving both personal and institutional goals. And as a friend, she provides an ear to listen to, a constant support, and of course, a good sense of humor. She's a woman that I one day hope to become. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, members of the university faculty, and my fellow students. It is my privilege to be here today and to speak on behalf of all of the graduate students at Delaware Valley University as we welcome our new president, Dr. Gallo, to this incredible institution. My name is Brian Swank, and I'm currently a student in the doctoral program here at Del Val and a principal at a local elementary school. Each member of our university community has his or her own story, yet all of us are similar. We all sought a university that would encourage us to grow as individuals, as learners, and as professionals. Recently, Dr. Gallo shared her vision of dream, design, do. And I can't help but think about the relevance of this concept when I consider my own journey. When I walked through the doors of the Life Sciences building for my very first class here at Del Val, I didn't exactly know what my goal was. However, I had a dream. Like many of my classmates, I dreamed for something greater. I dreamed of a profession in which I could make a difference. I dreamed of having the ability to inspire and engage those with whom I work. Delaware Valley University believed in my dream. Del Val is a place where dreamers become doers, a place where one's hopes for the future become reality. Del Val opens doors that many of us do not even know exist. Dr. Gallo, you're arriving at a time of great excitement here in Doylestown. Our small college is now a university. Our programs are known across the region. Del Val is not anyone's second choice. Delaware Valley University has become a destination for dreamers, a place where students can design their future and prepare to make it come true. When I arrived here at Delaware Valley University, I quickly went from dreaming about my future to designing how it might look. With the support of the university, my dreams quickly became tangible. The most amazing part of this journey is that I've never felt like I was doing anything alone. I always had the support of my university family, a family, Dr. Gallo, of which you are now a part. Dr. Gallo, you are now the president of a very special place. We are a university that has become a destination for students across the region, whether we are studying business, counseling, education, or policy. We are always learning on the cutting edge of our respective fields. I know that I speak for all of my classmates in the graduate school when I say that we are proud to attend Delaware Valley University, and we are proud to have you as our president. My fellow students in the graduate programs at Del Val and I wish you joy and endless success. We are pleased that you are here to help guide us as we design and live our dreams. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. I'm honored to be bringing greetings on behalf of the staff at the inauguration of Dr. Maria Gallo as the 13th president of Delaware Valley University. My name is Andrew Moyer, and I serve as chair of the President's Staff Advisory Committee. Personally, today is both a finale and a beginning. Over 18 months ago, Betsy Gemmel asked me to be the staff representative on the Presidential Search Committee to select the next president of the university. Being here today feels like the finale of that committee service to the university. Today is also a beginning. That was good timing. Dr. Gallo has been with this community for close to a year, and this event serves as her formal installation. In that short time, through her energy and enthusiasm, her impact is being felt on campus and in the community. Del Val is a dynamic university, and I and the staff look forward to bringing our energy and enthusiasm to bear under Dr. Gallo's leadership for years to come. During the search, I can remember being at dinner with the search committee and Dr. Gallo and Beth, and Dr. Gallo offering a toast to the university and the future. At that point, I knew that she would be our 13th president. So today we toast you, Dr. Gallo and Beth. Again, I welcome you, Dr. Gallo, as the 13th president of Delaware Valley University.
Hello. How is everybody today? Doing well? We have thunder bringing in this momentous event, so welcome. My name is Dr. Audrey Irvin, and I'm an associate professor of counseling psychology and the academic director of the graduate counseling psychology program. I have to say, wow, I'm really struck to see this crowd. I mean, look around. This is really waving. Yes, see? Enthusiastic faculty. Thank you. But this audience is really big. As a matter of fact, it's tremendously big. From my vantage point, see, you're all down here, I can see all the way out there. Hi. I can see, I can see forever. It's almost like I can see to Russia. Truthfully, this crowd is so much bigger than our previous presidential inauguration. Joe Bro. I know that this crowd is so much bigger because I saw the aerial photos. It's so big, it's bigly. I'm just kidding. As a matter of fact, I really wasn't at Dr. Brosnan's inauguration in 2007. But since we live in a world of alternative facts, I'm pretty sure I'm good, I'm covered. But I do want to switch gears, and I do thank you for being here today. In order to establish credibility and demonstrate integrity and model ethical behavior for our students, I would like to proactively cite my sources here, in no particular order. The American Psychological Association, the Chronicle of Higher Education, Wikipedia, that's a student favorite, the Del Val website, SurveyMonkey, the faculty love SurveyMonkey, and Del Val undergrad students with expertise on a well-known campus squirrel. I can neither confirm nor deny ample accuracy here, but since we live in an age of alternative facts, I can take all of the non-responsibility to neither be accountable or unaccountable. One stuffed squirrel for anyone who can figure out exactly what that means. Who does know what I'm talking about when I refer to the infamous Del Val squirrel? Okay. Well, first, a warm welcome to you who are here and are new to our campus and may not know about Del Val squirrel. For those of you who may not have heard, in February, a renegade squirrel chewed through a wire and the campus lost electricity. Our students, our scholarly students who were devastated that classes were suddenly canceled, did what resourceful, animal-loving Del Val students do. They named the squirrel, they made a squirrel memorial, they hosted a candlelight vigil, and then they took to social media. Social media posts, complete with squirrel photos, said, "It's at this moment the squirrel knew he messed up." And please pay your respects to our fallen hero, Lightning Squirrel. Welcome to Del Val, Dr. Gallo. It is such an honor to speak on behalf of the Del Val faculty. We really do have a very unique faculty. I sent out a SurveyMonkey link to some faculty members, just a few, and I asked, what feels important to be addressed at our new president's inauguration ceremony? Here are some of the comments that I received from faculty. Honored to have Dr. Gallo leading us. She knows what it is like to rise from the ranks of faculty. Dr. Gallo creates a sense of optimism on campus. Other random faculty comments included, be sure to return the classroom chairs to their original spots. The Writing Center will be open today. Will there be cookies at the faculty meeting? Faculty are special. We are honored as Dr. Gallo takes the helm and leads us forward to the next great steps for Delaware Valley University. Our university truly is a microcosm of the macrocosm, comprised of wonderfully curious students, faculty, staff, administrators, from diverse backgrounds, identities, interests, political affiliations, majors, ideologies, privileges, or lack thereof. It is our mission to create a transformative space where students can learn about themselves and learn about the world. We uphold the most vital task of preparing our students to be productive members of their families, community, and society. Our core values include respecting all people, valuing differences, pursuing excellence, and now, apparently, taking on renegade squirrels. I am extremely proud to be a member of the Del Val faculty. Our faculty are nationally recognized experts in their respective fields. We are scholars and we are researchers, but we are always teachers first. Our faculty work tirelessly to create real-world learning so that our students have the knowledge, competence, and skills to effectively be the change they want to see in the world. And that is exactly why Dr. Gallo is such a great fit with our university. She understands that at the end of the day, it's about empowering students and imploring action. It's about creating a strengths-based learning community where everyone can thrive. She understands that academia is the place where we ask tough questions, honor diverse perspectives, invite difficult dialogues, and come together to develop sustainable solutions for the future. In a nation that is so divided, it's imperative that we all in this room take a step back and reflect on where we are right now as one community. We are all here today to celebrate the next chapter of Del Val's distinguished history under the leadership of our first female president. We are here because we care about our students, our communities, our environment, our university, our country, and our world. Dr. Gallo knows that we need and we must unite around commonalities and shared goals so that we can respectfully grow from disagreement and strategically utilize tension as a catapult forward. Growth and progress comes from struggle and adversity, not complacency. The tagline on Dr. Gallo's email is a quote by Nelson Mandela that states, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." She has taken on the great responsibility of leading us and continuing the university's wonderful momentum forward. She understands that students are at the core of our mission and that supporting faculty is central to that goal. We all must work together to create an environment where students can disagree, respect one another, come to new understandings, and rise up to meet the multifaceted challenges of our time. Dr. Gallo wants what's best for the students and for the university. She listens. She understands the complexity of higher education today. She's not afraid to stand up for what is right. Dr. Gallo is who we selected to be the 13th president of our proud and thriving university, the first female president, the first president to take on renegade squirrels. Bravo, Dr. Gallo. The faculty are proud to support you as we move forward together to write the next chapter in Del Val's great history.
Thank you, Audrey, and thank you all for your thoughtful comments and heartfelt wishes as Dr. Gallo begins this journey with us. And now a very special musical interlude performed by Yoni Dryblate, who will be performing Sarabande from Suite Number 3 for solo cello by Johann Sebastian Bach. Thank you, Yoni. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. William Thompson from North Carolina State University. Dr. Thompson served as Dr. Gallo's doctoral dissertation advisor and mentor. Dr. Thompson.
So when I was invited to speak at this great occasion a few weeks ago, I instantly said yes. It's a wonderful opportunity to congratulate Maria. And then a few days ago, I started to think about what I'm going to say. And when I started to think about what to say this afternoon, for some reason, my mind got fixated on a song from the famous 1960s musical Sound of Music. The song was, as I sense many of you realize, how do you solve a problem like Maria? Maria in the musical was a novice nun who was causing a problem for her Mother Superior because, essentially, she was too high-spirited. And the Maria we are inaugurating today is high-spirited, too. She's always cheerful, she's always upbeat, she's always optimistic, she's always encouraging, she's always bringing out the best in people. She's the sort of person who naturally helps pull a group together. At the same time, she's a critical and creative thinker. That's been obvious since she was a graduate student, and I know that because I was her PhD advisor. Maria came to my lab in NC State as a graduate student 31 years ago now, in 1986. At the time, I don't think she actually knew how to drive a car, having grown up in New York City, where she didn't have to. 1986 was my first year at NC State as well, but I did know how to drive, having just moved from California, where everyone has to. Maria was one of 2 students who joined the lab that year, and I'm happy to say they both have done well. In fact, I'm proud of the fact that nearly all of my 60 students and postdoctoral advisees have had productive careers in science, but Maria is special. Her PhD work involves some groundbreaking research on a novel form of gene regulation, generating 3 high-profile papers in major journals. In our field, that's a really respectable record. After graduation, she went on to excel in research, teaching, and service, plus she has risen up through the administrative ranks to become a university president. She's the only one of all my former students who've done that. I didn't train her for any of those things except research. She did it all on her own. Her career has started with postdoctoral work at Texas A&M, faculty positions at Minnesota and Florida, a department head position at Florida, and a deanship at the University of Hawaii. And along the way, she had a productive research career, publishing over 90 papers on plant biotechnology, gene expression, plant genetics, and transgenic plant technology. That's the awful GMO word. In recognition of her contributions, she's been named a fellow of the Crop Science Society of America and also the American Society of Agronomy. Along the way, she showed herself to be a gifted teacher. I remember one time when she returned to NC State for a visit prior to one of her job interviews, maybe Minnesota, I'm not sure. She gave us a sample of a lecture. This was an assignment that she'd been given for her job interview, and so she was, I guess, practicing. But she gave us a sample of a lecture that you might give to an introductory course. That was her assignment for the interview. I think everyone in the audience was blown away at how good it was. She got us all us jaundiced old folks, enthusiastically engaged in elementary biology once again. That is pretty amazing. She went on to teach courses over a long career, to teach courses on plant genetics, genomics, plant biotechnology, and she was active in graduate training and mentoring. So, an illustrious teaching career in addition to an illustrious research career. Also along the way, however, Maria became a skilled administrator. She has served as president of the Crop Science Society of America and of the American Peanut Research and Education Society. She also served as a chair of the agronomy department at the University of Florida, where she supervised 33 faculty and 30 staff members, which is no strong accomplishment in a very male-oriented discipline and department. As dean at the University of Hawaii, Maria led the development of a strategic plan, increased student enrollments, increased extramural funding, and promoted student and faculty diversity. She functioned as Chief Executive Officer, Administrative Head of the College, Chief of Academic Research and Extension. At my university, doing those jobs requires at least 4 associate deans and numerous assistants. That brings us to today. I'm honored to be the official representative of North Carolina State University, here to congratulate Maria on her inauguration as president of Delaware Valley University, and to congratulate Delaware Valley University on your superb choice of president. However, it's an even bigger honor that Maria wanted her old PhD advisor to help celebrate her accomplishments. That really made my day. I want her and all of you to know how much I admire everything Maria's done, and I wish her continued success in the future. I'm sure she will be an excellent president for Delaware Valley University. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson. And now we come to the focal point of today's ceremony, the investiture of Dr. Maria Gallo. The investiture will be performed by Mr. Majid Al-Saya, Chair of the Delaware Valley University Board of Trustees.
Good afternoon, fellow trustees, Del Val faculty, staff, and our distinguished guests. It's a pleasure for me, on behalf of the university's Board of Trustees, to confer upon Dr. Maria Gallo the presidency of our university. It's a responsibility and a privilege for the Board of Trustees to select a president. Hearing the comments of our speakers, it's clear to me that we've made a wise choice. And there was a sign from God, I think, a little bit earlier. We could not be more proud on this important day as we invest Dr. Maria Gallo as Delaware Valley University's 13th president. She's the right person at this time to lead our university forward. Dr. Gallo's background and interests and way of seeing the world are well and uniquely aligned with our mission. Her skills are well honed for defining our future as we prepare our students to serve the world that awaits them. Today, Dr. Gallo will receive the Presidential Medallion, which is worn at the university's ceremonial occasions. Its weight is a reminder of the heavy responsibilities of leadership we ask our president to carry. In its design with the seal of the university, the medallion represents the face of the university and all those who comprise its membership: faculty, students, staff, alumni, community members, and friends and family who support our mission and our values. It's now my great privilege to formally invest Dr. Maria Gallo with the office of President of Delaware Valley University. Dr. Gallo, will you please join me at the podium?
I'm a little short. There we go. Well, thank you, everyone. This is a special day in the life of Delaware Valley University and a special day in my life. It's an honor and a privilege to be inaugurated as Del Val's 13th president, as well as to be the first woman to hold this office in its 121-year history. I deeply appreciate the faith the Board of Trustees has placed in me, and I'm grateful to see the generous turnout of family, friends, past Del Val presidents, delegates from great institutions across our country, and former colleagues, some from as far away as Hawaii, who've come to share this day along with many new friends, colleagues, and alumni of Del Val. This is a perfect opportunity for me to thank the entire Del Val family for making Beth, me, and our beagle Remy feel so welcome since we arrived on campus in July, and I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I thank the inauguration committee for the tireless efforts in putting the inauguration events together. I'd also like to dispel a rumor that the 9-month lag between the time I started to work and today's inauguration was because the university wanted to see if I could make it through a Pennsylvania winter. After 4 years in Hawaii and 16 years in Florida. Not true, that's an alternative fact. Well, you know, those blue skies in Hawaii every day, wonderful temperatures year-round, amazing beaches, tropical landscapes, and beautiful indigenous culture, all of that can simply wear a person down. But seriously, I will always carry a piece of Hawaii in my heart. The University of Hawaii at Manoa played a significant part in my career, as did the University of Florida, and so I will always bleed a little orange and blue. These great universities gave me the experiences that led me to wonderful Bucks County, and besides, winter in this part of the country did not come as a surprise. I grew up in Port Chester, New York, in Westchester County, where the weather is very much a match with Doylestown. And in the spirit of full disclosure, I should tell you I was an unusual child. And this can be confirmed by my mother, Carmela Gallo, and my big brother, Nicky. And happily, both of them are here with us today. In retrospect, I realize I was different because I was a science nerd, long before being one was cool, and a girl science nerd at that. As a very young girl, I was already interested in science and nature, especially involving wildlife. I loved the nature specials on public television, like National Geographic and Jacques Cousteau. I had a romantic career vision about going on African safaris to study wildlife, but my late father, Nicholas Sr., was a practical soul, and he pointed out to me that I had a strong attachment to creature comforts, was allergic to mosquito bites, and was scared of snakes. Well, you get the picture. So maybe I should think about research that I could do mostly indoors. That seemed like excellent advice. So at the age of 8, yes, 8 years old, I began to research potential colleges.
I actually made up a list of schools that had what I wanted, and I placed that list on a bulletin board above my desk. That list included Cornell University, the school I entered 10 years later. Now, how's that for planning? By the time I went to college, my idea of a scientist was someone who wore a white lab coat and who had a PhD. But getting there would require a great deal of education. My family could not have been more supportive of my goals despite the obstacles. My dad worked for the New York State Highway Department. We were a blue-collar family living in a small apartment. So I know firsthand the struggles faced by so many first-generation college students and their families. Encouraging and supporting first-generation students is a passionate concern for me, and Delaware Valley University's success in providing those students with access to a quality education was one of the many things that attracted me here. I also feel passionately about helping all students reach their full potential. Despite decades of progress, girls and young women are still getting too many subliminal messages telling them to hold back, especially in the STEM fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. And I agree with Reshma Saujani, founder of the tech organization Girls Who Code. She gave a TED Talk with the message, "Teach girls bravery, not perfection." I wish I could say that I was never afraid to fail or to be imperfect, but over the years, I've learned not to let fear stop me, and I came to realize how good it felt to be the real me, a scientist and a woman in a male-dominated field. I realized my move into leadership was probably driven by my willingness to make suggestions and challenge assumptions. And my message to Del Val students, both women and men, would be, embrace and celebrate your imperfect, authentic self. Right now, I feel a special affinity with the students in the class of 2020. They arrived here just 2 months after I did. We're all freshmen together, and we all made life-affecting decisions to come to Delaware Valley University. Before making my decision, I did extensive research, and everything I found stirred my enthusiasm for becoming part of the Del Val family. I found a school with a proud past and a promising future. A school where the #1 absolute priority is teaching and learning, and it always has been. A school where students never feel like a number because Del Val's faculty is personally invested in the success of each student. Through small classes and individual attention, I came to see Del Val as a school with small-town warmth, but determined to avoid small-town insularity. Instead, our students reach out into the world through one of the most successful experiential learning programs in the country. Experiential learning has been part of Del Val from the beginning, and today this great school is a leader in combining academic excellence with career preparation. You can see that in the exceptional job placement record of Del Val graduates, and over the years, Del Val's commitment to its students has created a loyal and active core of alumni and donors who back the university's and board's bold and far-sighted decision to expand Delaware Valley College into a university. And the motivation for that big move was to expand what Del Val could do for students, especially at the graduate level. Any incoming president would be happy to inherit these attributes and build upon them. But the personal fit for me was reinforced by Del Val's strength in my profession in the field of agriculture. It also is a comfort to be part of a university that still reflects the influence of its fascinating founder, Rabbi Joseph Krauskopf. A leader of Reform Judaism in America and a tireless social reformer, Dr. Krauskopf was a progressive who spoke out on issues such as individual rights and social justice. There's a very interesting connection between Dr. Krauskopf and the co-founder and first president of Cornell University, Dr. Andrew Dixon White. It gave me goosebumps, literally, when I learned about it. The two were not only great friends, but Dr. White helped shape the rabbi's life in a way that indirectly helped create this university. It happened during Rabbi Kroskov's visit to Russia in 1894, when Dr. White was the U.S. minister at the court of the Tsar. As Rabbi Kroskov recalled later, Dr. White took him under his personal charge. Dr. White was responsible for introducing him to Leo Tolstoy, who advised Rabbi Kroskov to return to America and start an agricultural school to teach farming skills to immigrant Jews crowded into American urban ghettos. Dr. Kroskov came to Bucks County and in 1896 started what he called the National Farm School in Doylestown. And, as the expression goes, the rest is history. So, the founder of my alma mater, Cornell University, and the founder of Delaware Valley University had a strong bond that lasted for many years. In a memorial tribute to his friend that I found fascinating, Rabbi Kroskov described how Dr. White took a fatherly interest in the National Farm School. Rabbi Kroskov recalled one of the last letters from Dr. White. Referring to the National Farm School, it said, "Needed as colleges are, they cannot take the place of such a school as ours, that ours is a school for training lads in practical farming, with enough of elementary science to make them understand the why and wherefore of things. While the instruction in the others is largely theoretical, we take boys from the grammar schools and make farmers of them. While the colleges largely train lecturers on farming, much as we need the others, we need farmers more. While we may have enough, even too much, of colleges, we can never have too many farm schools." So undeniably, Rabbi Kroskov, as Del Val's mission statement says, honored knowledge with practice. And everything I've learned about him tells me that he would have resonated with my own personal philosophy of dream, design, do. Dreamers are the raw material of great accomplishments. The next step is to take that dream and convert it into a workable design. Then comes the do part of delivering on that design despite the inevitable setbacks, and each step of that dream, design, do process becomes more communal. It's a process that Del Val and its community clearly understood long before I arrived. And over the last 9 months, I've had an opportunity to listen to Del Val's dreamers, designers, and doers, from students, faculty, and staff. They have all enthusiastically contributed ideas to the university's next strategic plan, which is in its formative stages now. It's too early to share details, but I can tell you that our new plan will be built on a foundation of the core values that give Del Val its unique identity and strength. These values are: teach, learn, and serve with passion and commitment. Act as one learning community with one purpose. Value the world of ideas and differences. Live each day with integrity. Respect all people, and pursue excellence. With these values, we will build on the Del Val tradition of giving students the best possible experience. The quality of the Del Val experience is our big differentiator, and we'll improve on that experience by increasing quality experiential learning opportunities, utilizing the latest technologies, expanding graduate programs, improving infrastructure, building community and institutional partnerships, and committing to the value of inclusivity. I also would like to see us explore new initiatives, such as more flexible curricula that allow students to move ahead at their own pace, and an increased emphasis on multidisciplinary approaches so students can benefit from the teaching talent in all 3 of our undergraduate schools. And given the importance of higher education to the lives of individual students, their families, and society, We need to invest our resourcefulness in making higher education more affordable. Whatever the details of our strategic plan, we have an essential job in front of us. As was mentioned earlier, Nelson Mandela, one of my personal heroes, once said that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. I would amend that to say that education is also the most powerful tool to save the world. In American culture, references to saving the world are often shorthand for describing someone well-meaning but possibly naive. I've never been called naive, and I absolutely believe that higher education can and will save the world, not in a blinding flash. That was excellent. Thank you. But one student at a time. Higher education is preparing students to grapple with the grand challenges that will shape the future of our planet and influence the lives of all its people. Challenges like climate change, sustainable food and energy production, efficient use of water resources, environmental stewardship, health and wellness, economic equity, and peaceful resolution of conflict. And Delaware Valley University is a prime example. In a world where the quantity and quality of food can be a survival issue, we are graduating students trained and practiced in state-of-the-art food production technology. Saving the world demands committed people, well-prepared in many disciplines. And here at Del Val, I'm proud of the rich and growing choices of majors open to our undergraduate students. Choices ranging from zoo science to counseling psychology to landscape architecture. While our graduate programs offer paths to an MBA or a doctorate in higher education. At this moment, Del Val graduates are doing their part to save the world by working as scientists at agencies like NASA and the NIH, as teachers, mental health counselors, business executives, and so much more. And more importantly, we are producing young people capable of independent and critical thought, who are ready to be civically engaged and determined to close the ever-widening economic and social gaps that divide our society. That is how Del Val graduates will contribute to making our world a much better place. And I am humbled to play a role in that effort as the president of Delaware Valley University. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you, President Gallo, for your inspiring words and your vision for Delaware Valley University. We welcome you again as our president and look forward to our continued work with you. And now will you all please rise for the singing. Sorry about that. And now will you all please rise for the singing of the alma mater and the benediction. You'll find the words to the alma mater printed on the last page of the program.
We remain standing. Source of all being and goodness. 121 years ago, this school was founded on humanitarian, progressive, and scientific principles. Today, as Dr. Gallo officially begins her service to Del Val, may we too be inspired to discover, to develop, and to dedicate the best in us and in the world around us. May we go forward at Del Val in our work, our studies, and our lives with confidence, with purpose, and with hope. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Sussman. Please be seated, and please remain seated throughout the recessional. Once again, thank you for being part of this momentous occasion for Delaware Valley University. After the recessional is finished, you are invited to a reception in the Student Center in the Mumjus Auditorium. It's just a short walk from here, but if you need assistance, please go to the reception desk in the Umasella atrium. I look forward to seeing you there.
Good job, James, good job.